This wants to start.
From pixelated past to next-gen dreams, Logan's team got the scoop on gaming scenes. Controllers click, the stories start. News and reviews from the gamer's heart. Press play, power up, join the side quest. Ready to Start Podcast brings you the best. From indie gems to AAA, Logan and friends lead the way every week. Press play.
Hey, everybody. Logan here.
Sup?
D-Man. And in 20 minutes, we will have a guest we're just going to call it a guest. Surprise. Okay. So, hey, everybody, how's it going? Hey, D-Man, how you doing? Let everybody know what you've been playing because that's the most important thing right now.
I'm doing good. A lot better tonight. That last night I was doing pretty good too because I got to chill. Because I finished a certain tiny, small, very small game. Not even
That no one's playing and no
no
one's
one.
talking about.
Yeah, no one. Not even Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. These guys that are like the biggest YouTubers in the world. Little tiny game, baby game. It's called Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Just very, very small. I kind of beat it. I kind of,
I haven't heard anybody talk about it.
Not really. Yeah, no.
No,
totally.
it's no one seemed to buy the game.
Yeah.
No one bought multiple copies of the game.
Yeah.
No one bought the special edition controller.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's like Expedition 33. No one heard of it. Just no one's heard of this. Yeah.
No.
It's pretty much.
Has
Just not-
characters in
not
it that
selling-
nobody knows of.
And it's not selling well. It's like an indie game at this point.
It's selling so slowly in such small amounts.
Yeah, it's
like-
just
You think a game like that nobody's heard of might sell just a little better, but
yeah. I mean, you would think that like this would be the final reveal at the Game Awards instead of High Guard. So, but no.
okay, I'm done. You ended it. High guard. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
You want me to say Concord 2? I mean, it's Concord 2.
No, that's the type of games that PC players play. That's why Sony's keeping all those games on PC and not the exclusives. Ooh, burn. We'll get into that later. But okay, so tell everybody about what you did, and then we're gonna get into it. We'll make Resident Evil Requiem the first topic, and then we'll get into Project Helix and then PlayStation.
So I beat it. I played the living crap out of it with any free time I
Streamed the
had.
snot out of it.
I streamed the whole thing just cause. And it's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10, man. This game is
That's what everyone's saying.
It's flawless. You can nitpick all you want, but that'd be nitpicking. This game is, oh my god, it's top 3 Resident Evils. You can ask anyone, this is top 3 Resident Evils. Like hands down, this is top 3 Resident Evils. Like almost anyone that I've talked to, they're like,
Wait,
yeah, this is.
Did you say it'd be nitpicking?
We could say nitpicking.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the term is nitpicking. Sorry, nitpicking, because you're picking like nits. Okay.
Really though, like RE4 is one of my favorite games of all time, and this it's like they're like right next to each other there. And if you grew up with this franchise, if you grew up with like Resident Evil 2, this game is something special. It's like it's even out of the first cutscene, but has all the copies.
Yes, all the copies. Yes. You know, somebody got pissed at me and said there's no copies available because of me.
Oh wow.
No copies available on Xbox because I bought one.
Wow.
That was funny. I laughed. My dude got mad because I posted like I bought one for each console. I got the PlayStation version for my wife. I got the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X version because I wanted to play it in 4K, and the Switch version because I wanted to see how it played on Switch. And then I got the triple pack because I wanted 7 and 8. And I'm at the point where key cards be damned. It's better than having a digital copy because even if they take it down off the store, you can still download it using the key card, and it'll be in the background of the store, so you can always re-download it as long as the servers are up. It's better than just a digital copy. So I'm enjoying it. What little time, unfortunately, I've had with it. If life hadn't been so busy, I would have played more. But I'm probably going back to it tomorrow night because after the podcast tonight, I'm going to be hitting the gym. So my foot is healed. So
playing this made me want to go to the gym more because I'm just like, Leon, this dude's like 50. This guy, he may be a video game character, but I'm like, I want to look like this guy when I'm 50. I'm like, this is my gym goals right here.
50.
Leon's, the game takes place in 2026, so he's 49. People thought it was 2028, which would mean he's 51. So he's 49 in the game, and he's
a beast.
Yeah, he's an absolute beast.
He's Leon. Plus, he's got the. I'm not saying anything. I just realized I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
So we know what you've been playing. I played a
little bit of other stuff here and there. Outside of that, a little bit of fire, just a little bit of Fire Red. Since it's portable, I can take it to work, and a little tiny bit of logging into Animal Crossing or whatever. But that's about it for the most part. Because any time that I had any time outside of work, Resident Evil, that's all I did.
Right. Well, I would like to say that I've been playing Resident Evil, but I haven't been playing anything just because the last few nights have been.
But you started it
a little hectic. Yeah. I'm a few hours into Resident Evil, and I played.
Did you get through the
little bit of Animal Crossing?
Did you get through the little grace section? Certain little grace section.
I'm in the second grace section.
Oh gosh, I think it's the second section. I won't say none.
Upside down. You start upside down. I don't want to put any spoilers. That section, that's the section I'm in the middle of.
Oh boy.
I did the whole upside down thing, and I'm doing the, you know what I mean. And if you've played it, awesome. My gym is 24 hours except on
mine is too.
Saturdays and Sundays. So, but yeah, and I'm actually looking forward to going back because now my foot is healed. Of course, right as I get off of vacation to go back to the gym, I hurt my foot on vacation.
Play the next part in the dark.
Well, that's my wife and I have been playing it together. She's watching while I'm playing.
Oh, okay.
So we are playing it with the lights out, and she's the jump scares are getting her. And I'll tell you what, like I've always downplayed that HD Rumble, and HD Rumble 2 didn't really do much for me so far, but holy crap. This controller is the greatest controller of all time simply because of how immersive it puts you in the game.
So Switch Pro controller, is that good, huh?
The thing is, the Switch, the DualSense was really good when it came out, but the Switch 2 Pro controller really destroys it in terms of haptics. It is amazing. Like when I said in one of my videos covering the controller, at the very beginning when she's typing on the keyboard, you can feel it in the controller that it's actually
it's really cool. Press. Did you test that with other Did you test that with other controllers like on the other versions? Okay.
Yeah, okay. I was using the S10 Lite at first, the one that just has, because there's a lot of Pro controllers that just have regular actuators like an Xbox controller. Like say you grab this is a PC controller, but it has just the two actuators here. So when you're playing it the whole on the Switch 2 without a controller that has HD Rumble, the whole thing just goes like this, and it's awful. It's like it just doesn't stop rumbling because it's supposed to have certain spots where it rumbles and certain where it doesn't, and it doesn't have that. So the whole thing just goes ape shit.
Mhm.
and it's
I'm gonna start.
really
I'm gonna start replaying it on PC with controller. I played with mouse and keyboard for the first
Right.
playthrough, but I'm gonna replay it with controller. Because anything like I did just play the Pragmata deal. The Pragmata demo finally before podcast a little while ago, on PC, and yeah, I used this controller, and I like this controller on PC. I do say, hello.
that controller looks familiar.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Didn't I get how many did I give you?
Three.
Yeah, I gave you 3.
But if you would have gave me more, I might not even had room. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
had too
remember
much
you
stuff.
said that. You know, I've got a ton here. It's like I want to give. I'm hoping certain companies give me more so I can do another giveaway because I do want to when I hit 20,000 subscribers. Which if you guys haven't done it already and you're watching this, or if you know anybody that hasn't, 1,500 away from 20,000 subscribers.
Very nice.
Do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Tell all your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your grandma. Tell your uncle. Tell your aunt. Tell your children. Tell your grandchildren. Tell your great-grandchildren. Tell your dog. Tell your puppies. Tell them all to subscribe because we need 1,500 more and we've hit 20,000 subscribers.
Dogs use YouTube?
Yep. Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
They do. Yes.
All right. All right.
And then I'm going to do some kind of giveaway. I'll see what companies want to sponsor the giveaway. And I know that PowerA likes doing that. They've done it before. I have some stuff that they sent me at one point to give away because of something. So I've got stuff, but I'll see maybe I don't know. I'll reach out to Razer or something, see if they want to do it. Yes, I've got Nintendo controllers. I've got Xbox controllers. I want to do some kind of giveaway for y'all. And then I want to do something special for the members as well. So, but yeah, that's a little in the future, but Resident Evil has been fun. I've been enjoying it. I played a little bit of Animal Crossing this week because I really haven't had much time to play anything else. And I did pick up Pokopia?
Just came out today. Yeah.
So yeah,
the ratings. Wow.
Highest rated Pokemon game of all time.
Shocked. I don't know, but call me crazy. Depends on the games that released this year. It might end up being nominated for Game of the Year because Animal Crossing was.
So
it has a chance with these ratings.
It's Animal Crossing. Like I hadn't really watched too much besides the initial trailer. And it's like literally when you watch the playing, the menu systems, everything is Animal Crossing. It's Animal Crossing and Pokemon have this weird baby, but someone cheated with Minecraft.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's like, wait, how did they all just fusion danced. They all just went like that. And apparently it's going to be like the game of the year. Wait, there's drama with Pokopia. What drama is
what
there?
Drama?
If it's political, I don't care. Tell them to go suck a poopy because it looks fun. It might be the only game this year that takes my wife away from from Animal Crossing. So we'll see. But yeah, outside of that, I'm looking to play Animal Crossing, and I just pre-ordered. I was telling D-Man, I just pre-ordered the WWE 2K26 Monday Night War Edition for the Switch 2. Yes. So this will be the first one I actually play initially on the Switch 2. I played 2K18 on the original Switch, and it was duty butter. So this one's promising because 2K25 was solid. And now after seeing just what Resident Evil has done with the Switch 2, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. It is impressive.
So with that out of the way, we are going to talk about Resident Evil 9, Requiem, whatever you want to call it, and its amazing review scores.
My goodness.
So, yes. Here, I should have pulled it up, but let's pull up. I'm going to pull up the Metacritics. The Metacritics, even though most people just kind of throw Metacritic out the window, but it's a good idea. I don't care about Peaky Blinders. Marathon. Okay, come here. Where's Resident Evil Requiem? So, oh my God. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid all these ads up the Wazazoo. So let me pull this up for y'all. And here we go. So Resident Evil Requiem is sitting at a 9.5 user score. Like, critics are stupid and they don't know anything, but even they're saying it's an 89.
Mm-hmm.
But user score is what you want to go by because that's the real score. 9.5. That's dang near.
I don't. And nostalgia is a partial factor in some ways, sometimes with things.
You see,
but this? yeah.
Like,
I'm just thinking.
Cody, you should probably stick around for a few more minutes if you possibly can.
10 more minutes.
I'm just saying.
Just do it.
I'm just saying, if you can, you're gonna want to. You're definitely gonna want to stay up the extra few minutes for this. But I think it's funny that the PS5 version is the lowest rated version
because the PS5 Pro version is apparently the best version.
Correct. So I was watching Digital Foundry's review on it, and the PS5 Pro is good, but the Switch 2 version is dang near close to the PS5, and the Xbox Series X version is very close to the PS5.
It just feels good. It feels so good to have a Nintendo console that's up to date now, man. I mean, like, yeah, it's not 100% as good as like a PS5 Pro or anything, but like, it just feels good having these games on a Nintendo console.
And they actually play well.
Yeah.
So I've been playing it on Switch 2. I did not notice any of these graphical issues while I was playing until I saw Digital Foundry's review, and I was like, wow, the worst version is Xbox Series S.
Wow.
It would be like if they put it on PS4.
Wow.
Like, the Switch 2 version is better than the Series S. It's closer to the PS5, where the Series X and PS5 Pro are very, very close, but the PS5 Pro inches it out by this. So
okay.
I have it on everything. Again, I've been playing it on the Switch 2. I am going to play it on the Series X because I want to just see it in all of its 4K glory. So, but these reviews are amazing, and sales. What are the sales?
In less than a week? 5 million
in 5 days. That's 1 million copies a day. 1 million copies a day. Sold out worldwide. I have people commenting on my short saying, where can they get it in their country? I don't know. And then like I was saying, people are blaming me because I bought one of every version, just one of every version. That's that no one can find it because I bought one of every version. I'm a freaking, come on.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. 3 minutes. I'm hoping
it might take 8. I'm sorry, or 9. I'm sorry.
You think it's going to be 9 more minutes?
I think it might.
You think it's going to be 9?
It might.
We were told 20, so that should be technically now.
Is it?
I was given the message.
Okay.
I was given the message.
It should be within the next few minutes then.
Yes, it should be within the next few minutes that the surprise comes in. And said surprise knows about Resident Evil as well. But said surprise has a surprise about a different horror game.
I gotta wonder something. If I don't know if it's going to, but let's say GTA 6 came out this year. Let's just say theoretically it does. Parts of me is like, nostalgia can take factors here in this game winning game of the year over GTA 6. There's a slight chance. Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, like everyone played this. It's like GTA is going to be just as popular. It's like they're going to be like neck and neck. Like, yeah, you got some other good ones like Pragmata, possibly Wolverine. Like, there's some other good games coming this year at points. But like,
there's one thing that will separate them from this.
Mhm.
There's no politics in this game.
True.
None. This game feels like a game from, just like I saw Scream 7 the other day. It felt like I told you guys, I was in our group chat, I was saying it felt like a movie from the before times. So Resident Evil feels like a game from the before times. We're getting a lot of stuff that's starting to feel like that. And if GTA doesn't line up with that, if GTA starts spitting stuff in your face, people are going to go, I'm going to go back to Requiem.
You know what? Expedition 33 was the same way. It felt like a good old days type amazing video game.
And we're getting a lot of that. We're getting a lot of that. So I will say Nintendo, everything Nintendo has put out besides Metroid Prime 4 still felt it had some stuff in it that you just went, oh, come on. Mainly the dialogue and stuff like that. It's like, all right, no normal person talks like that. You know what I mean? It was a little but it felt like they dumbed it down. But then again, Donkey Kong felt like a before times game.
It was, it's really good. Really
good. Someone goes, are we getting to meet the Xbox Insider? Dun, dun, dun. You already have. So that's funny. Most people are like, oh, so who's your insider? When do we get to meet him? I've seen that. And I'm like, you guys already met the insider. You guys met him quite a bit. No, I don't know. I don't know where he is, Cody. I don't know where the surprise is. I'm told, let me message. Let me message. Where you at, Rock? Where you at? But if you guys know that song, what lyrics that's from, let me know, because it's where you at, Rock? Where you at? Where you at, Rock? Where you at? Yeah, it's old. It's from 98. Song is from 98, and I am older. Oh, look at that. John tried to jump with a guess. No,
I love when. Oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say I just love like this game, like giving those feels of them like classics, like, and you're right, it is coming back more. Like Ninja Gaiden 4 is another that's kind of like, I haven't finished it yet, but it is like that, and
it plays really well.
Yeah, and Capcom, like for the most part, they do really well, but I think this is
Monster Hunter was a little. Monster Hunter Wilds was a little bit of a letdown. It was,
but they got a big. They're gonna fix it. They got a big expansion they're working on and stuff. I think it's gonna get better. I do think the game is gonna get a lot better.
And then we got that new Mega Man game coming out.
Coming out next year.
We got the new Onimusha coming out.
Pragmata's looking good.
Pragmata, and then we got Monster Hunter Stories 3. So Capcom is really saying, "Hey,
Capcom's making the Marvel collections or the classic collections and stuff."
It seems like all these companies are starting to, go back to the way it was when gaming was at its peak.
And what we talked a little bit about last week, and now after this news, going a little into PlayStation.
Nope, the insider is not Richard.
Think
no, Cody. You know what? Okay, I've got a text. He says 10 more minutes. Sorry.
Rip.
Yeah, I guess he's pooping. So, now you know the surprise is a he.
It could be a she. We don't know.
Well, not this week. No, I don't mean he's he's a he this week. He's not a cyborg.
What about a toaster?
Toaster. It could be a toaster. Yeah, you remember that game Detroit? Become Human?
Yeah.
I said down with the toasters, and I made sure all the toasters went zap at the end. And I called them toasters.
Oh, jeez.
So, but I'm really enjoying this. Are you now? One thing I have a question for you about the gameplay. I'm seeing different people playing it certain ways. How are you playing it with each of the characters.
Grace first person, Leon third person.
Okay, that's the way it was intended. I'm playing everything third person.
Okay.
Because I love first person shooters. I love
Mhm.
first person games. I love my Elder Scrolls. Love that. But there's something about Resident Evil
Right.
that I just can't play in first.
Saying a little story here. When 7 came out or was coming out, and this was Capcom's first game back from their bad times.
Mhm.
When that came out, I did not get it because I was not a fan of the first person at all. I was like, that's not Resident Evil. I thought it looked like a good game, but I was like, I'm not a fan of that. And then eventually down the line, I bought it for like $10 for Xbox, and I was like, $10. I'll give it a shot, sure. And then I freaking loved it. And then Village, of course, I absolutely love too. And then they added third person to that, which is freaking sweet. And now I just am a fan of both, really.
Now, but before I comment on that, who's Phil? Who's Phil?
I don't know, Phil Spencer.
No. See, I played 7, and I wasn't a big fan of 7. I liked 8 better. I got like halfway through 8 and just kind of stopped because I actually got bored of it. Not because it didn't feel like a Resident Evil game. It felt like a horror game. And I fell in love with Resident Evil because it had a feeling to it.
7 was more horror than 8 was.
Right. Right. 8 was more action.
Yeah.
But the way it was designed, it felt
except for that stupid baby. Oh my gosh. That baby in 8. No. If you know, you know. That thing terrified me. The big baby.
I was going to say something. No spoilers for 9. Let's just say that way. I'll ask you after the podcast.
That was 8, so we're good.
No, this is something I want to compare it to a 9 that I've seen. Okay. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. But I will say I really have been enjoying playing the whole thing in third person. It's not as scary as I was hoping for, and the jump scares are fun. Less like old school Resident Evil. When I was I was a kid when Resident Evil 1 came out. Mm-hmm. I would say I actually played Resident Evil 2 first. I played it on Nintendo 64, and it got me. That game would scare me. This one's not scaring me, but I'm also like 30 years older. Mm-hmm. So, when does Logan's lounge come open? Well, you know what? It's like, I'll explain during the side quests. I'm setting it up, and I've been having issue after issue after issue. There's a reason why we just got back to the podcast. Technical issues. I'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. So, but I'm enjoying this. It seems like everybody is unanimous. Yep. I haven't seen any.
If you like a good mix of horror and action, like a perfect blend, that's what 9 is.
It's like no one can complain about it because you know how there's these people that complain about everything. It's like, it's the internet. I haven't even seen any of those.
Yeah. No.
Like,
no.
Normally I watch a lot of podcasts and not just podcasts, but channels that like to clickbait stuff and go everything negative. Like, hey, I love Clownfish TV, but they negative on everything. And normally they pull this stuff up, and nope, not even them. And I'm like, nobody has been able to pull anything up
crazy
negative. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. And I don't think we are going to see somebody, unless they're trying to rage bait, talk bad about Resident Evil.
Yeah, I think Expedition 33 was kind of similar in a way. Last
year. There was people that were talking crap about that one,
which is
crazy. They kind of got pooped on.
I think it was just the people that didn't want the turn-based or something.
Yeah, but there are also people that didn't like the developers. They didn't like their something about them. I can't remember what it was. Nonsense. Like I say, it's nonsense. But this is a great game. Like this is.
It's funny how these companies that aren't here in America make the best games. Expedition 33 wasn't an American-made company. This is Capcom, which is Japan. So
The Watcher says RE9 is a freaking masterpiece. 11 out of 10.
heck yeah.
11 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
So I will say it has been pretty dang good, and it's been 10 minutes. It's been where you at, Rock? Where you at? It's been 10 minutes. I know he keeps telling me it's no, sorry, 10 minutes will be in 2 minutes.
I will say that well, there was some nights I was like really tired and I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna play this game.
Dude, I swear, every time I turned on YouTube, you were streaming it.
Every night, yeah. The weekend is the weekend. I got plenty of time usually, but
see, I could
through the week I get a few hours at night. So I was like, I gotta get on this. I just didn't want to be spoiled by anything, so I was glad that I wasn't. But one thing is like when
Dave says Reanimal has been the best horror game so far this year. Just saying. Dave, have you played Resident Evil 9?
What is
have
Reanimal?
You played Requiem? It's the spiritual successor to Little Nightmares 1 and 2.
Okay.
It's made by the same people.
It's not Resident Evil 9 with Leon killing things with a chainsaw, so I don't care.
Leon. Oh, I'm so glad there's none of that.
Yes.
I'm glad she can hold her own. She's no Leon.
No.
But she's competent. I like the fact that she's competent. So even though she can, So, but unfortunately, like this week, I wanted to play it, but what was it? Tuesday night, we went to the movies.
I will say that this made me rethink. Like, I'm like, what am I going to do when FF7 Remake Part 3 comes out? How am I going to do this? Yeah, but how am I going to like do it in a healthy way? Because it's going to be so bad because I'm not going to want to be spoiled by anything. So I'm going to want to.
What are you going to pick it up on?
It's going to be 200 hours worth of content. It's going to be freaking massive. Oh, I'm going to get it on PS5 probably day one. I want it on Switch too as well, though. That's the thing. But I'm like,
I'm going to get it on both because I'm stupid like that.
I might, only because it's FF7. I normally never buy 2 copies of a game day one. That one might make an exception. That one might.
There are certain games that I do. And Resident Evil is definitely a series that I would do it with. And Final Fantasy, depending on the game, yes. And like most of the games that I'm a really big fan of, they're console exclusive, so I never had to worry about that. Now that these franchises are not, and I don't have just one console and I want to play it on the PS5, the Series X, but now I decide whether or not to get it on Series X or PS5, but it's like the Switch 2 version and the other version. So
rumor has it we're getting a Resident Evil like every year now. A couple remakes and then before RE10, which is down the line. I don't know what their lineup's going to be, but it's kind of crazy. I got a lot of Resident Evil in the works right now. I'm just like, this stuff is cool. Yeah, like this is cool and stuff, but like, can you at least like maybe consider remaking Dino Crisis, please? Come on.
They renewed the copyright, so there's a lot of speculation, and there's this channel that focuses on mainly Jurassic Park that I watch, but they do other dinosaur IPs called Shadows.
Yeah,
and he just did a whole video. Let's see if I can pull it up and I'll show it to you. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Hold on. Let's see. Shadows. Because he's a dinosaur related channel. And let's see. Videos. Okay. Yeah. Let me pull it up. I have it right here. So I'm going to remove this right now. And then I will stop sharing, and then I will share my screen, and then I will show you. Oh, let me. Okay, you guys are gonna know what I subscribe to. Show more? No. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. All right, cool. Shadows right there. Share, and let me. So if you guys like dinosaur stuff. This is a channel that I follow called Shadows. And he does Shadows Lou, and he does a lot of dinosaur related content, majority Jurassic Park, but he did a video why Dino Crisis is still the best dinosaur game ever made. And he actually talks about why and how it might just be coming back.
I never really played Dino Crisis much. I never got to play it through. So a remake for me is just something that I want so freaking bad, because I think it's one of those games that's kind of a little harder to get unless you spend a little bit. So that's just one that like I've been asking for so long. So many people I know are like, Dino Crisis, Dino Crisis, Dino Crisis, give it to us. Come on, Capcom.
So Watcher asks, how do you guys feel about Grace? I like her quite a bit. I like the fact that she's competent, but they didn't do the whole girl boss thing where she's just as strong and if not stronger than Leon. No, it's believable. Each character is believable. And Leon, yes, he's OP, but look what he's been through and look what he's got in him. If I want to say without, but yeah, you guys have played the other games, you probably know.
If you played 4, then you know.
The reason. Yeah, you understand. But she lets the adrenaline take a hold of her, and they show you the evolution of her character very well. And this is only within the first few hours that I'm in, and I'm already seeing how well it's written. So I think she's one of the better new characters, even though technically she's not new. She is, but she isn't. She's an Ashcroft. So Ashcroft has been there since beginning, and so on and so forth.
Well, I can't say anything, but yeah. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, Grace. If I'm being honest, if I had to vote between her and Leon, like at the end of the year for like the actors, I love Leon so much, but I feel like I'd vote for Grace.
I just got a text us 5 minutes.
Oh my!
That's been the longest 20 minutes of my life.
Jeez.
So, but I'm enjoying it. Hey, thank you, Dave. He gifted. Who got the membership? Let me know who got the membership. Someone got the membership because Dave gifted a membership. Awesome. So, which actually makes me want to address another question. Since we have a delay for Logan's Lounge grand opening, meantime, can you bring back the hunt? You know why I'm not doing the hunt? Because my area sucks. I would go to all these stores and I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait a month. The same crap. No, nothing new. So I tried to rework it, and it was becoming a pain in the butt. I wasted a lot of footage. Like I would go into stores and stuff. We'll get back to Resident Evil in a second, but I would go into stores. And I'm like, I would record this. I'm like, this is just a bunch of crap footage. So yeah, the one of them just, yeah, that's why. And Five Below, Five Below doesn't have crap anymore in terms of gaming. That's why. Okay, upward and onward. Here we go.
We completely forgot there was a Capcom spotlight today. What the heck?
There was.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
I was just reminded. He said Capcom new game that got announced today looks like Zelda. I'm like, what? I didn't watch it though, so
it looks like I know what I'll be watching while I'm at the gym.
Because there's not really like anything like major that was in there. It's mostly stuff we already like knew about pretty much. Just like DLCs or new trailers, Pragmata, you know, as usual, Mega Man collections, stuff like that. Onimusha. Right. Street Fighter, yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, so like nothing major.
Well, what was major was the story that kind of overshadowed all that, and that is one of the new Xbox. So that's not what this is the wrong article. So this is definitely the wrong article. Here we go. I wanted this one. Xbox announces new Project Helix console, says it will play PC games. Great start to the morning with Team Xbox. So I'm going to skip all their nonsense because it's a shill site. We know Xbox, pure Xbox is a shill site, so we're not going to get into that.
This is going to destroy the Steam Cube then.
It's going to just like, because AI and the RAM prices are going to go through the roof, everything that I've been seeing, I've been watching tech channels like Austin Evans, Marquise Brownlee, and stuff like that, and they're all saying consoles don't need the fancy new RAM that PCs do. So your brand new PC is going to cost you $10,000 because you're going to pay $8,000.
I got mine at the right time, dude.
Yeah,
I got mine right as those prices
64
were going
gigs
up.
of RAM.
I got mine right as those prices were going up. It makes me curious if I walk into Best Buy and see this bad boy, if it went up in price. It really makes me curious.
The thing is, these consoles can still run on DDR4, DDR5, and that RAM is not being purchased like the newer stuff is, like the faster speeds.
Mhm.
So you can slow down the RAM and pair it with a more optimized processor, and then you can still get yourself a $600 console,
which is
that
good.
can still run everything. And then there's no reason for a PC.
Good.
Microsoft is actually doubling down on the PCs are for work, consoles are for gaming. And I'm like, that was always been my thing. And now Asha decided to prove me right. So she put out this tweet this morning. It says, great start to the morning with Team Xbox. We were where we talked about our commitment to the return of Xbox, including Project Helix, the codename for our next generation console. So I don't have X.
Does this mean we might get something from PlayStation soon?
So PlayStation 6 is another story. We'll get to that.
Because if the whole RAM shortage stuff, this and that, these consoles are supposed to be delayed, but they're already announcing this thing like a code name. Does that mean this thing really will be holiday of 2027? Like this? That's what I wonder. Like, will this actually be holiday of 27?
So the thing is, it's going to play all your PC games. So for $600, I'm just throwing that number out there because it's going to be competitive to the PlayStation 6. So with that price being there, no one's going to need to do PC gaming. Use your PC for work. Why? Because what's going to happen, we've already seen it. Companies are no longer making optimized PCs. People are also buying older PCs, less powerful PCs, because they're cheaper.
Well, mine is less powerful, you should say.
So people,
I like the affordable. I like the affordability.
But you're not going to be able to play these games unless you're spending $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 on a machine now.
It's not worth it, not at all, unless you're rich. There's no freaking point in that, dude.
And Microsoft, Asha sees this.
Yeah.
So they're like, you know what? Bye, Phil. Bye, Sarah. You've screwed everything up. Let's fix this. So if you get an Xbox console that you can boot up all your Xbox games, and from what I've been told, exclusives are coming back. Halo,
considering PlayStation said their games are coming off PC as well. Like, I think this is good news. And that makes me wonder, like you said, better games.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to what it should be. You know what this means? This means PS4, Xbox One era was pretty interesting, pretty good. Maybe Xbox was a little more downhill, but PS4 had a lot of good exclusives. This era was rough. But you know what? If the
he's trying to get in. He's trying to get in.
Ooh.
Give me a second. Yeah, continue. I'm sorry.
If the PS6 new Xbox era really is competitive as heck, and they launch the same day, and they do this well, oh my gosh. The competition, the exclusives, the games.
Okay, he's coming in. He got it.
All right, here we go.
So continue.
Okay.
And this is perfect timing for him to come in on this one.
Yeah, you're right. He'll have something to say.
Rumor has it that Halo is being canceled for PS5.
Rumors.
Forza is it's a time exclusive, and Gears was never never announced for PS5.
Wait, I don't.
They're going to be console exclusive, unless you have Game Pass, where you might be able to play some of them on PC. But apparently, these Xbox games may not come to Steam.
Do we think
just Game Pass? I don't know.
I don't think they will. But
Steam
originally, FF7 Remake and Rebirth were timed exclusives for PlayStation. Do we think they're going to stick to that? Well, Part 3 is going to launch on everything day one, but it makes me wonder if eventually they're gonna be like, Xbox, screw you guys, you don't get any more of this, like Final Fantasy or
No, because they're still now. I know this sounds weird, but what I'm hearing is Microsoft is pulling back on Game Pass. So Game Pass is not making them the money that they thought. The prices are going up. They're losing money. Developers are not putting their stuff on their day one. They're seeing people buying more of the games individually than going for Game Pass. Where is this special guest? He's trying to get in. He said right now he's trying to get in. He's fiddling with his settings. He's fiddling with his settings. That's what I'm being told.
Oh man.
So until he pops in backstage, like you can the way StreamYards works, you can fiddle with your settings and then jump in backstage. So I won't see him jump in until his settings.
Halo's supposed to release this year, right?
Again, my Xbox Insider has said it looks like
it's supposed to release
might
this year.
Be canceled.
Canceled entirely.
Entirely. They've been talking, like there's been talks internally about it being canceled.
Is that the best move? Just take it off PlayStation. Oh.
No. Canceled for PlayStation.
Okay.
It'll be coming out on Xbox.
Yeah.
And Game Pass.
That makes sense.
What it looks like, and this is what it seems like from what I've been told and the information that I'm gathering from all these interviews and stuff like this, I think they're going to stick with the games that they said are going to be multi-platform that are pretty much done and developed for this.
I don't.
With Helix, the exclusives come back.
I don't like the idea of Xbox or Halo being on PlayStation anyway.
Neither do I.
It seems weird. It just seems weird. It feels wrong.
And what I was told is the reason Microsoft didn't release too many of the sales numbers. Gears of War did crap. On PlayStation? It sold miserably.
How did Phil Spencer screw up this bad when he's been with the company for like over 20 years?
Sarah Bond.
For real?
It wasn't Phil. Phil was a yes man. Phil was a face after a while. And once he became Ozempic Phil, it's like he became, it's like, you know how we got new Jim Carrey? At one point we got new Phil.
Okay. Yeah. So
what settings? Like, wow. What settings? What settings?
Is it really that difficult?
It's funny because it was supposed to be 20 minutes in and now it's an additional 27 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes
so,
in.
Yeah. No, it's almost 50 minutes in. We're almost through our second topic. Yep. I'm kind of delaying it because I want his opinion on it.
Yep.
So basically, we were talking with him before, and normally he doesn't get this vocal when we have these chats. So we're like, dude, why don't you just come on and join us? Why don't you just talk about this? And he's like, oh, I gotta go to bed. Dude. And he's like, okay. Yeah. You know what? No, it's not a they. It is a he. I'm going to tell you that. It's only one person. It's one guy.
Could be a he, she. He, she.
Nope. It's just a he. He's not one of the... Oh, what was that movie? What was that sci-fi movie from the 80s where the guy who was like split down the middle was half dude, half chick? It was like a monster. What movie was that? That was a Total Recall. No? I don't remember. But what have you? I don't know what else to... Okay. Do you plan on buying this console? If this is the case, everything we speculated comes to fruition, would you buy it?
They'd really have to have games. Species.
Species. Was that? No, I don't think it was. Species was with a chick who was like born in that embryo, but she was like half lizard. But we actually have lizard people, according to the media.
So this console has to have two things for me.
Wow. Wow. That's mean.
It is.
He's not dead.
He's not.
Not today.
I think okay, this console, it has to have, the games cannot be on PC because I'm buying a freaking console for these games. That's a lot of money. Whereas if it's a game I want to play, I'll get it on PC since I already physically own the thing. It can't be on Series X as well. They have to have exclusive games at launch.
You know they're going to do multi-gen at the beginning.
Okay. All right.
So
with
they do
Series
that
X, with Series X maybe, but maybe not PC.
So okay, let me say, what if they go the PlayStation route? Put certain games on PC that are multiplayer, but the single ones, the single player campaigns and the single player, like let's say Gears of War E-Day or Halo campaign, Halo 2 campaign evolved or whatever, Xbox exclusive, but the multiplayer you can still play on PC. What do you think about that? What would you buy it then?
That's
with
not
that
bad.
stipulation.
That's not bad, but if they're still on Series X, then I'll play them on Series X. Because the console's probably going to be really expensive, so probably like $700 or something. So if that's the case, if they're on Series X, I'd probably still play them on Series X. But if they're exclusive to the new console, that could be a different story. Same with the PS6. If they're exclusive to the new console and not on PS5, then maybe I consider it.
Oh, look. Oh my God. Look. Oh my God. Oh, you guys ready? I got a surprise.
Better have that soundboard ready.
Surprise. Boom. Hey, everybody. Look who it is.
Oh my gosh. He lives.
You guys were saying he passed away. See?
No.
They went boom.
No, like I tried to jump in here. I'm putting the blue in the back.
I'm surprised there's no space station.
I'm getting
remodeling the space station.
I'm remodeling everything, and we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure that out now. But
too bad Cody's not here.
It's been over a year.
It has been.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute, gentlemen. How are we? How is everything going on? I'm jumping in. I'm just kind of interjecting on what's happening tonight.
Okay, we're not going to BS you guys. We talk like every day. All of us talk like every day. And when I say it's a group chat, it's the three of us. We've been talking every day for forever.
Long time.
So, yeah. So he knows how we're doing, but you guys don't know how he's doing. So, Nick, tell everybody what you've been up to for the last year and some change.
Well, honestly, like if I have to give you guys like an elevator pitch on everything, working a lot. I work a lot. So when I come home, it's quite exhausting to try and mentally get prepared for a good discussion and having fun on a podcast like this, which I love. And if I can do it, I can do it. And honestly, guys, personally for me, it's always been something that I love doing and coming on here and talking to everybody and everything and hanging out. And of course we all talk, together, but it's not the easiest thing right now. So it's always about priorities and, I'm jumping on now. So
what mic is that?
Elgato, dude.
Oh, so you did get the that's right. You got the Elgato.
Is it too quiet or is it too loud?
No. I was just looking at the shape and I thought it was the light was hitting off. And I was like, is that green? No, and I just
no, dude. And then when I jumped in, I wanted to do my little green background thing, but it just wasn't doing it. And I was like, I don't care.
That's what you meant when you were saying settings.
Yeah. It just was giving me a hard time. And I'm like, I'm just going to jump on and hang out and talk. So
a bunch of hanging bangs.
That's what, what's hilarious about that? Because I do audio video work, I do a lot of hanging TVs. We call them hanging bangs. Hanging bangs. So I'll have a day where like I'll have like 5 stops and they're all TVs. We call them hanging bangs. So that's awesome.
So we got a question for you, Nick. That's actually a statement.
Nick's coming back permanently. Yes, that's the idea. That is 100% the idea.
So let me interject here for a bit, because we now have viewers that don't know who Nick is, because it's been a year. We got a lot of new viewers.
It's been a while, yeah.
So Nick is the founding member. Him and myself are the founding members of Ready to Start Podcast. So it was originally he and I who started it. For those of you who haven't been here the entire time, it was he and I who started, and then we had in Miami Geeks. Some of you still know who he is, Gabe Punisher 305. Goes by many different names. And he was here and there. And then we had our special guests. We've had guests on. We've had other people that were part of it and they left. But we had special guests like RGT85. We had Drunk 3PO. We had
really
Maxilla.
good. Yeah, dude. I and you know what? Like, I was thinking about that before. Like, we'll still get really good guests here. Obviously, at this point right now, I'm kind of like a bystander, but like we have really good library of people, you know. And let's not forget D-Man Gaming coming on here, just killing it, dude. And everyone D-Man, everyone loves you, dude.
See, that's another thing. D-Man came on about a year and some change ago, and he just never left. He's like one of those. He's like, I'm just gonna stay here, and he stayed.
I went to Florida and hung out with Logan.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
For what it was
crazy.
Like a week.
I was there a week, man.
Yeah,
we had to convince D-Man so bad. We were like begging him. Logan and I were begging him, like, dude, could you come on to the podcast? Just be a regular, just hang out. And D-Man's like, I don't know, man. We were just like, can you just listen to us?
I will say, he's like, hey guys, he would jump in and then he would always talk. And then I'm like, dude, why don't you join us? He's like, yeah, okay. And then, dude, when are you going to join us? We're inviting you. Okay. And then we finally got him in. And now we can't get rid of him.
No, he's stuck. I mean, he's just kind of like here, you know.
He's like the little cousin. You know, when you have that little cousin that just follows you around.
It's just like, can you go away, dude? But you know what? Actually, just stick around. You know?
Yeah, it's like, don't go away, but don't go away because we really love you. We think you're the greatest.
Multi said more. We love you, man. More travel vlogs too. I say to that, wait till June. Another will be happening.
Dave called you an STD.
I guess so.
An STD that we all love. Oh my god!
I mean, I don't know.
That's gonna get clipped.
Does that even exist? I don't know. Yeah.
So this is what we miss. This chemistry that we built. It's sad, but don't worry. I will tell you guys this. Nick will be back once everything gets situated. And we have been talking to guests, and we'll get them when we think the time is right. But I don't know.
Whenever you want.
Who do you guys want to see on? That kind of thing. I've got like 5 or 6 people. Now, I will say I do have an event coming up for MegaCon. And I told you guys know. I am now officially a member of the media, and I do have media passes. So I'm going to interview people and try to get more people because of MegaCon onto the podcast. So we'll get bigger and stuff like that. But hopefully after tomorrow, my setup will be complete and I will no longer have technical issues. So this thing, believe it or not, this thing's crap.
That's why I changed mine.
Like the audio is good, but the build quality is just where Nick.
Oh no,
Nick, did he disappeared?
Is that the cameo? The end of the cameo?
So watch this. I feel like gaming is just getting worse. Consoles are too expensive now, and no PC releases. Lame. So I think after everything Sony is refocusing on, and Xbox is doing like a complete 180.
Oh, he's
Hey, look, he's there. His name is there.
the cameo.
Look,
The cameo
you can hear me? You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you. We just
Yeah, dude, these settings are so jacked right now.
he's a disembodied voice that just says click to enlarge at the bottom.
All right, you guys do your things. I'm gonna be right back.
I'm trying to click to enlarge it.
See.
No, I was just trying to mess with my settings and I messed up.
So that you know what, D-Man, you know what that joke deserves? I haven't used those in a while.
Yeah, you're right.
They're there. You know, it's like, wow, I got all kinds of videos here. Like, dude, I so forgot about this one.
Idiot.
Okay. Saying that. Like, there's always this one too. I have to take it off because 10 seconds copyright claim. But
yeah. Oh shoot. That's
Is
right.
it 10 seconds or is it like 5?
it depends, because you can get up to 10 seconds without getting struck, but there are some license holders which will hit you after 2 seconds. And
dude.
the device is not connected. So,
Yep.
but he's still here.
There was
I
one
just
other
assumed that.
thing. I'll just mention it. It's like nothing, but Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake confirmed. Heck yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'll believe it when I see it because Ubisoft is pretty much dead and they're owned by Tencent. So
True. Yeah. I just want a proper remake, you know?
but I want to ask your opinion while Nick is fiddle-faddling with the settings. What do you think about PlayStation pulling all their stuff off of PC? And
Like,
only
are they
putting
pulling
multiplayer-
it? Are they
No,
pulling
well,
it entirely?
No more
or-
new, no more
new.
single-player games coming out.
No more
Whatever's
new,
out is
okay.
out.
Okay.
If it's not out, it ain't coming out unless it's games like Helldivers or something like that, where it's
Yeah.
multiplayers. Because apparently what it looks like is PC people only play Fortnite, League of Legends, Concord,
Yeah.
High Guard. They play free-to-play games. They don't actually play video games. Nick can't say anything because his settings don't work. Oh, there he is. But
Well,
he's not really there.
with no face. High Guard, we all knew was going to be an abomination.
Dude, you don't know how bad we wanted you here to talk about that.
But like, here's the thing. At the end of the day, as somebody who primarily plays on PC, however, I do have a PS5 and I'm loving it. I bought PS5 very late in, in the age, right, of what a console is. I love it. But PC gamers want to have everything. Okay, I'll admit that. I admit that we want everything. We want to get everything. And we want everything at a discount rate. And
You're greedy thieves. That's
yes,
what you are. You're
yes.
greedy thieves.
But if you see the test of times and everything like that, like PC games go so much more on sale versus games that are on console. And, there's like a pride in, for someone like me who built my PC and love my rig that I built. We love seeing when console games get ported over to PC, especially when they're exclusives, because at the end of the day, respectfully, people are not buying console games when they kind of die out on exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
They go, oh, we're going to port it to PC. And then we eat it up. And we eat it, we take it, we absorb it, and we love the fact that we can get these games. And not only that,
Then why weren't the PlayStation games selling on PC?
and that's the big thing too. And I'm glad that you brought it up, because if PlayStation's pulling out on exclusives and throwing them on PC and they're not selling, well, clearly
They're not breaking even in terms of sales. Like I saw the sales numbers. I have them on my phone, but I forgot to upload them. But most of them, I think there was only one game that broke 1 million. Everything else is 500,000 plus, and there you go. His settings, but everything's 500,000 plus, so they're not even breaking even on the port costs.
Yeah.
So if you're not breaking even on the port costs, or you just manage to break even, it's not worth it. It really isn't. But games like Helldivers are.
Well, if you go back and you look in 2018, if you go back to when Spider-Man or God of War came out, the sales were so good. Just that first week, not even week, they sold so much for PS4. The PS4 era just had those big games that they sold so fast and so much.
I agree with you, dude. I totally agree with you, because I think very specifically at that time, nobody thought that Sony was going to actually go and say, hey, we're going to put this on PC. And PC tested the waters.
Yeah.
But you have to also understand, you're talking about Japanese games. Sony is very specific. If you don't reach your numbers in their perspective, well, it's a failure. Even though it might seem for us or as consumers in the West, aka the US, that it would be a success. They had those downloads and everything, but considerably to the businessmen in Japan and the way Japan works, they will say, well, we only sold X amount of copies. Yes, we profited off of X amount, but this is not what we wanted. And they'll pull it. And they'll pull it because it's cutthroat. That's how they do it.
But all the games that flopped over here were Western developed games. Horizon flopped. Spider-Man flopped. Miles Morales flopped. Spider-Man 2 flopped.
On PC? Yeah.
All of them flopped. No,
we're talking
God of War flopped.
And we're talking about the games that were converted to PC, right?
Correct.
That's because they weren't
the single player games, but we're not talking about Helldivers.
They might have sold better if it was on PC the same day of launch as PlayStation.
But then it would have hurt PlayStation sales.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely correct. It's going to hurt PlayStation sales. They want to sell PlayStation modules, dude.
Yeah, just like how Resident Evil sold 1 million copies each day, God of War 2018 sold 3.1 million in the first 3 days.
Yep.
Why? Why are we going to use the E? Are we going to say E? EX? Are we going to say it? Exclusive? Are we talking about exclusive?
Same with Spider-Man. 3.3 million first 3 days.
It was because they were exclusives and there was only one place to play them. Like Wolverine, for example, will sell 3 million copies in the first week because of it being an exclusive. And you will not be able to play it anywhere else. Guaranteed, won't be able to play it anywhere else.
And it'll still sell like crazy for PlayStation.
Yep.
That's where these games should be. Like seeing God of War on PC is just kind of weird. Halo, fine. We're used to that by now.
Well, even Halo 1 was on PC.
Right. But God of War on PC, I remember when that was coming out, my brother texted me and he's like, God of War on PC, I never thought I'd see the day.
Just so you know,
true.
Actual gamers, that is not true. That is not true. There are people who play on PC.
It is not
people
true
who
because
actually play and buy
Nintendo.
Games. Yeah.
You know how many people have a Switch?
Yeah.
More than PC players.
All right, how many people have Switch 2s though? Come on.
Not as many as PC, of course.
Listen, I'm
not
not
as Switch 1 either. You're talking about 100,000 sales.
I'm not going to minimize Nintendo with their release on everything, but listen, for me personally, what's going to pull me in on Nintendo Switch 2, we're kind of pulling it away a little bit here, but what's going to get me to buy a Nintendo Switch are their IPs.
But that's everybody. People buy Nintendo because of Mario, because of Pokemon, because of Donkey Kong, because of Zelda. I'm not going to say Metroid anymore because Prime showed that it didn't do well. So because how poorly Prime 4 was received and how poorly it sold, we're not going to see a new Metroid game for a very long time. Even Dread didn't meet the numbers.
Dude,
Dread did well, but it didn't meet the numbers.
I love Dread. I played Dread up to the like final situation where you're kind of like fighting this guy and then you're getting deeper and then you gotta, dude, like I will say this, like I didn't equip myself enough. I didn't do enough to get missiles, etc., to like actually like play the boss. Because I like to play these games without a guide. And when I jumped back into Dread like 6-8 months later, I was like, you know what? I don't care. I was at like the last chapter of that game. And I had to say it, I'm fighting this guy. I'm getting frame slowage on my Switch. And I don't have enough missiles. I don't have enough bombs. And I literally went and looked up how to, obviously when you go online and you see how to finish a boss, they make it look easy. But I'm like, well, this guy's got X amount of missiles and X amount of bombs. Like I can't compete here with this. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. I have other games to play. And I kind of just gave up on Droid. I love the game. I think it was phenomenal. I was at the last chapter of it. I'm just like, I don't care. Because I'm so lost now within the map to go back and just try to get more grenades and more missiles.
You got to study the map.
Yeah. You know, and like I'm so out of it now where I don't.
You're
like
better off just starting over.
Yeah. Because the map's not imprinted into me anymore. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. I have nothing to prove. So.
Oscar provided the AI Nick stream.
Listen. As we're talking, I'm still trying to figure out why my camera and all my gear is not like cooperating with this. So I do greatly apologize. Working. Yeah, the mic's working. Yeah.
Click on the thing so you can just bring up your avatar. If it can bring up your avatar.
I don't even think I've uploaded it, but keep talking. I'm gonna try.
It said that God of War 2018 on PC didn't even sell 1 million units in its first 2.5 months when it came out.
Most of these, it was one of the first games that came out from Sony on PC as a PlayStation exclusive, and then now Sony's looking at it. And one, I knew this was a fact. Once they moved everything from California to Japan, the new CEO went, all right, this ain't working. California is screwing up our business. PC gaming is screwing up our business. We're going back to what made PlayStation profitable. And now, what are we seeing? More exclusives, everything just being on console. Old school Sony coming back. We're seeing more and more Japanese titles, and that's what made PlayStation great.
Even because like even Spider-Man 2, its first 24 hours sold over 2.5 million copies on PS5. That's crazy.
Nick disappeared again.
Yep.
I don't know.
2.5 million in its first day. That's wild. You know, that's coming off a very, very good first game. And
he's back.
Good. There we go.
There he goes. And now we can't hear him. No, we can't hear you. So we can't hear him, but at least we got his pretty face now.
We can see him.
How about there now?
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
I apologize for like kind of stunting back the podcast here.
We're enjoying it. And people are coming and going. I know there's a lot of people that still don't remember you or don't know you, but there's a lot of people.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry. I just wanted to come on and hang out with you guys. So that's all that matters.
Hey, I'm having a great time. It's like old times again. And this was, I think If we shoved Gabe right into the middle here, this would be an insane podcast.
Would it like squish it and put him back in the middle here?
I don't know. It would be like an Oreo of some sort.
Okay.
I'm the cream, huh?
Good night, everybody. Well, who's the pastiest here?
Probably me at this point right now.
No, you're Italian.
Dude, I'm exhausted. Like, look at the circles under my eyes. I'm fucking tired. I'm freaking tired.
Hey, we've been doing pretty well without the foul language. I'm the one who's doing badly on that. I'm getting better. I'm getting a lot better.
Maybe if I change the color of my light, maybe I don't look
now you look sunburned.
I do.
So
I'll take this over what I look like right now. So.
See, hey, I have pretty nice bags. So, and hey, I still don't plan on going to the gym for at least another hour. So we're good.
That's late. So, okay.
I don't have my meeting is tomorrow at 12:30, so I'm good.
So the big thing right now, and we were texting about this earlier with the transition with what Xbox is deciding to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are convinced they're going back to, and I'm coming in here late, so I don't know if you guys talked about this.
We did right as you were fixing your settings.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything else that maybe you wanted to talk about on Xbox going back to exclusives?
Did they say who announced first? Like, did PlayStation say first? Yeah, but did PlayStation say first or Xbox say first?
Oh,
their games are going to be going straight to
PlayStation
console.
did it yesterday, day before.
It makes me wonder if they're really going to be comparing with each other here. And maybe PlayStation did this because they knew that Xbox was going to possibly do something like this with the whole shift of a new CEO and everything. I wonder if PlayStation kind of thought maybe we should pull back to exclusives only because Xbox might be doing the same here with new people in charge. And it might be a good idea here and a smart idea for our sales here. And the competition, this is what gets me a little more excited about the next gen consoles that are not, I don't know how far away they are, but it gets me a little more excited because maybe we'll actually have some real competition again because this era kind of sucked. Some good games, but the fact that I played my PS4 way more than I did my PS5 when it comes to like exclusives, at least, it just says a lot because Sony used to have like so many exclusives dropping. And that was just like, when I think of the PS5, you had God of War Ragnarok, Horizon 2, Spider-Man 2. What else?
Ratchet and Clank. Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay. No, that was on PS4. That was on PS4.
Oh, you're right.
So Ghost of Yotai.
But that one flopped too. That didn't make the sales numbers.
Did that drop on PC the same day?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. I don't think it's on PC yet.
No, it's not. But it was technically a financial flop because it cost
make the money off
more than what they sold. So
yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about exclusives that were profitable.
Yeah. They didn't have a lot.
But here's the thing. And we have to look at this for hindsight, for like gaming in general. How much longer are we going to roll the die and then try to compartmentalize and say and use this idea of exclusive where you have to purchase our console? Like, how much longer are we going to have to deal with this exclusive BS? Because
that's how it's going to be now, because they tried to go the other way. These last couple of years, they tried and it failed. And because you know what? I was watching
the games being exclusive is what's going to sell the consoles. That's what's going to make
yes.
I think it was Spawn Wave.
Black and white, 1 + 1 = 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, D-Man. 100%.
And this is what's going to give us more competition again, and giving us more competition again. Finally, since the last gen era, because this generation's kind of been very meh. Finally, with more competition, as Logan said, more competition means better games.
The competition means better quality everything. That's across the board, whether you're talking cars, pro wrestling, video games,
Yes.
hamburgers.
Yeah, I agree with you. Everything. Yes. Yes. Not only is it going to make it better for everybody else, but at the same time, that competition breeds costs too. Because we're also kind of bleeding into costs on games these days. It's $70 a game now.
But look at Expedition 33. It cost a fraction. $50. It cost a fraction to make compared to all these other big games, and the sales just went nuts. And it was a
Goya.
award.
It was a Goya Game of the Year. Goya. Goy?
What?
Gotti?
Gotti?
Goyas are
Goya.
But here's the thing.
Goya is a canned fruits and vegetables company from Florida.
I know. I buy their beans.
One of their packing facilities is right outside Orlando.
Huh? Nikki eats beans with a spoon right out of the can.
I've done it. I'll be honest. I've done it multiple times.
I've eaten many things like
Logan. I'm censoring myself, but I have no shame. I've done it multiple times.
There's not that men have,
but like
all of us, D man, you've eaten food out of a can.
It's the best. It's the best.
Yeah, but we've still done it. You've still done it.
But the thing here,
chili. I've eaten canned chili right out of the can. Just stir it up in a can.
I've done it. I have no shame. I don't care.
It's not.
I don't care.
That's just one, and you're not dirtying up any dishes.
True.
Well, anyways, point being, we're at a very, very specific cusp. Back in the day, we kind of just had games fluently change, and we had generational jumps.
Right.
Okay.
We don't have that anymore.
We're kind of thank you. Yes, you kind of I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
And now with the way everything is, and where everybody, listen, dude, I install TVs every day. There's streaming services. If you have an Xbox controller, you can stream. They're pushing this streaming BS running off of servers to be able to just play games in your house off your TV, and they're streaming. Okay. It's there. It's there. It's not as big. It's not making news right now because everybody doesn't have the bandwidth to be able to do it. But dude, we're at a very cusp right now with where gaming is going. Okay, we can fight and arm wrestle on text messages on where PC gaming is going, and we all joke about it. But there is a weird area right now in gaming where you force people to buy your console because of exclusives. Okay. How long is that going to last? That's a question. I don't need an answer from that. Okay. You have people like me that are building PCs and spending the money to play whatever freaking games that we can play, but also you're limiting your audience.
This is why I know a lot of PC players have a Nintendo Switch, because they can't. Well, they kind of can legally, but yeah, a lot of them have a Switch to play those Nintendo party games with friends and all that kind of stuff, So you bring that back to the other systems too, with the big games and exclusive companies that they buy out. Right. They have their games only on their consoles.
But we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to this.
So I kind of
hold on. We're gonna go back. If that was the case, Sony tried it. People aren't buying it. If they were buying them, there'd be an argument for it. People aren't buying them on PC. People
Not
are
nearly as much.
pirating them, and Sony will spend so much money developing the game, make it back on PlayStation, spend a fraction of it porting it to PC, and then they're not selling enough on PC to even make back the porting cost.
It was a demo.
But Logan, you have to look at the business, right? They might. I guarantee you they're making a ton of money off of porting games to PC. But it's not up to their standard. Okay. These are businesses. It's not up to their standard. They make money from it, but it's not up to their standard. Okay. Because people are gluttons. These businessmen are gluttons. So yes, they might have made a profit.
Think about it this way. American companies approach this different than Japanese companies.
100%.
Japanese companies look at it as, all right, we've put all this work into it. We give you a product. We want the best. And you know what? We put all this time, effort, and energy, and people aren't buying it. So we're no longer going to put all this time, effort, and energy into making something that people don't buy. Where American companies will go, all right, we put all this time, effort, and energy. You're not buying it. We're going to put it everywhere else to recoup our money and then say, you know what? We're done. We're not giving you another one. Close down the studios. Japan doesn't do that. They're saying, all right, we're not going to close down the studio. We're going to make something else. And then we're only going to put it where we're making our money. It's a very different approach to gaming.
But here we're like, we have to realize right now, we're at a very, very interesting kind of valley, a V, an uptrend, maybe like a gray area here in gaming, because consoles right now see, like, because of AI, the cost of everything is skyrocketing. We already know that PlayStation said, we're going to let the lifespan go back for a bit.
I want to see where he's going with this.
Okay. We're going to take this because they want consumers to be able to buy their product, because if hardware is up in price, they have to charge up in price, and they obviously don't want to do that, which is actually kind of nice, because they're like kind of looking out for the consumer here, and they want to sell product. So where we're at, let's look at it face value. PlayStation says we're going to extend the lifespan here of the PS5, because I'll tell you right now, they don't know what is going to happen here. They want to continue to produce games, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think nobody really knows. You see where I'm kind of digging us here? Right. What are we doing? What are we doing? So what's happening?
I'm going to say, here's your argument. I'm going to come from the side and interject.
Yes, please.
So that's exactly where we are. One, we're in a very low spot in gaming, because it's costing these major companies are spending more money than they need to develop games. Again, going back to Expedition 33, it shows that these games don't need to spend that much to manufacture and put out these games. Resident Evil Requiem didn't even cost as much as, say, the last Assassin's Creed did, and that was the biggest flop in the world. Look at Concord, biggest flop known to man, and cost, I think, what, 700 million?
400 million?
Welcome.
700.
Welcome to High Guard.
Exactly.
How much did that cost?
Right.
Fuck out of here, dude.
Right. So what's happening is, one, these companies are spending money on these writers.
50 million High Guard.
There you go. People are spending
they
all
spent 50 million
all this
on
money
High Guard,
hiring these people that don't need to be there. They're putting in hiring positions that don't need to be there. They're putting in money that doesn't need to be put in there, and it's making these costs balloon. Where, again, going back to companies like, let's say, again, Expedition 33, you got Ninja Gaiden 4, you got Resident Evil Requiem, costing a fraction of what your Concords cost, what your High Guards cost.
Let me counter you on this. Okay, you're talking about franchises that are already deep rooted, right? You're talking about franchises that already have a spirit within the gaming industry.
Not Expedition 33.
Not Expedition. Fair. Oddball or curveball, but you have something of that has a spirit, that has what people want. Thank you, D-Man.
Don't worry, Watcher. I'm paying attention. I'm seeing what you guys are saying over in the chat.
Listen, I'll give them credit on welcome to High Guard. I'll give them credit on that, but bring something new.
Ubisoft. Look how much it cost for Assassin's Creed Shadows. That was the biggest flop. They put in stuff that did not need to be in that game. They gave people a product they did not want, and spent, I think it was $400 million on that game.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's Ubi, so they have the money to do it.
So that's the problem. Companies like Capcom, companies like Nintendo, they're not doing that.
You know why?
They know what they're manufacturing. They know their audience. They're spending just a wee bit of that money to give people what they want. And then look, the sales for 5 million in 5 days for Resident Evil. 5 million in 5 days.
Dude, it was one of the
game has done that in
one of the best Resident Evil sales that they've ever done. And yes, you are 100% correct, Logan. Here's the thing. You said it. I'm just reiterating. Capcom gave a game that the audience and everybody wants. And sure, they're going to add a little extra special stuff because that's Capcom. But they gave a game that everybody wanted.
Yep.
And guess what? Here's a surprise. Dude, guys, I'm going to surprise you. It sold a bunch of copies.
Because people wanted it. You give the people what they want, and they will spend the money.
It's the same exact thing for movies. Look at Marvel. It's the same. Yeah,
no, you're right.
If Doomsday's giving us the X-Men in their X-Men costumes.
What?
Cyclops.
Okay. D-Man froze. Frozen.
Am I here? I should be good.
So, he pulled a Nick.
What?
You pulled a Nick. You disappeared.
I'm right here.
What do you mean?
So, but like you were saying, like Marvel gave people what they didn't want and flopped. And then we look at, because I told you guys I went to the movies the other night and saw Scream 7.
Oh, you never told me what. Yeah, you never gave me your review.
I put it in the chat. I said it felt like a movie from the before times. Okay. It was good. It was solid. I didn't want to ruin anything, so that's why I didn't say anything else. But it felt like if you guys saw Scream 6, it was terrible, and it had
they got pretty bad. They got pretty bad.
It was cringy.
I want to bring up one more
had
example.
A bit of that, but this one had nothing. This one felt like a movie from the old times where anybody can go in and watch it and enjoy it.
Let's bring up another example.
It was good. And that's what's happening.
Let's
another
bring
example
up another
that had
example.
A trailer. Another example that had a trailer, which they brought some of the cast back. It might be good, it might not, but it might be. And that's the new Scary Movie.
Scary Movie 6.
Yeah. The trailer, I was like, oh, it's actually pretty funny.
This is a different
Are
situation because they're
back?
they're not afraid to piss people off.
That's how it should be.
Scary Movie was always meant to be offensive. Yeah. And they said, if you get offended, then we did our job.
Yeah.
And they're not pulling punches. But that's what comedy is.
Yeah.
Where if you're looking at movies should be made for the general audience. Like look at Paramount Skydance's new approach to movies is you go right down the middle, make it for everybody. And that's what games need to do. And these game companies.
I was going to say something. Logan, but you brought it back. You brought it back. So yes. Sorry, continue.
And these game companies haven't been doing that. They've been focusing. We've heard it over and over, the modern audience kind of thing. No, the modern audience doesn't exist. The modern audience doesn't buy games. Assassin's Creed Shadows has shown that. Concord showed that. High Guard showed that.
Starfield
showed that.
Yeah, Starfield. I was 6 hours into that game. And then when I got my special ability, I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Boring.
I'm done.
But these
and that's
games
okay.
That go straight down the middle, don't pander, don't put politics, don't put any of that nonsense.
So this makes me
blow up. Expedition 33.
I gotta wonder.
Wu Chang. What do you call it? And Expedition 33, Resident Evil, Wu Chang, Stellar Blade blew up.
They're making with Sony making new decisions as well. It makes me wonder if they're going to rethink what they're doing with Naughty Dog with that game that they're working on.
It's been delayed. Intergalactic Planetary.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Okay. It looks terrible, and if it comes out, I'm not going to touch it, and it's going to be another Concord.
Here, I'll can I say something? Like I am the biggest sci-fi gaming buff. You know, I am somebody, and if your audience out there knows, I'm like Elite Dangerous. Like I couldn't even tell you how many hours I have, like hardcore.
Did
Where
you make content on that back in the day?
I tried, but it's boring. If you're not playing it,
Yeah.
it's very boring to watch because I would literally do escapades around the galaxy. I would do trades. I would do like all this crazy stuff, but I had to have like my iPad in front of me and see in action and go to a specific website. Okay, where are the trades here? I'm mining gold. I got to go mine gold. Okay, what
Wait,
galaxy can
Elite Dangerously, that one that stayed in like beta or something for 10 years?
No, you're talking about Star Citizen.
There you go.
Which I have an opinion on that. And we're not going to talk about it because the game's the game's trash. I bought it and I bought a ship and we can talk about that another time. But like I'm hardcore into sci-fi, especially if you get really hard into Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous is a flight simulator of space, and it doesn't really get too much hardcore than that. Okay. And then I jump into what we were talking about, D-Man, the game that you brought up, that I thought was going to kind of be reminiscence of it. You just talked about it. Doesn't matter. So then we're talking about what Naughty Dog is bringing out, right?
Oh, Interstellar.
Interstellar.
It's Interstellar, right? Or Intergalactic? Or what was it, D-Man?
The new Naughty Dog game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interstellar, right?
I don't even
Hold on,
remember
I
the
think
name
I
of
got
it.
it.
It only had a teaser. So I don't know.
Hold on.
For the record,
somewhere.
PC games were, I don't know about by now, but they were very profitable on PC, generating over 2.3
Intergalactic.
2.3
Intergalactic. So, okay. Talk about that story. I'm not going to minimalize this. I'm not going to have too much judgment on this, but you have a bald lesbian woman aircrafting a starship. That's fine. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's the main character. Okay.
Well,
and then
we know the actresses, but we don't know the character. So we don't know anything about the character. Yeah. People are just making the assumption. I'm one of those. All right. We don't know. There are a lot of channels out there that are making assumptions about games that we know nothing about for rage baiting. We know Naughty Dog. We know their track record. So it's safe to make the assumption, but we don't know.
But we don't know. Right. What am I wearing right now?
Mass Effect, baby. I have that shirt too, by the way.
Mass Effect was one of the best games I've ever flippin' played, dude. Why?
Agreed.
If you want to be a female character, be a female character. That's fine. If you want to romance whoever, romance. If you want to be a male character, be a male character. Romance whoever. They gave you the options. You know, the problem is when you're having such a high value game and you're limiting to people to do one thing, believing in one specific ideology, when the mass people who are buying your product are men, and I'm not going to believe this BS that what's the percentage that women play games versus men?
Well, the number that they put out there was 50%, but that 50% included mobile games such as Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah Bond. Those were her numbers.
These are listen, and I'll tell you where I stand on mobile games. Mobile games are cash grabs. They're designed like lottery slots. Okay. Anyone who plays these games on mobile, it's a lottery slot game. If you want to get further in Candy Crush,
all of us play some kind of mobile.
Yeah.
Game. I'm pretty sure that.
If you want to get further in Candy Crush, and this is me personally, I spent probably $100 on Candy Crush just to get past because it's designed to be that way. I do not personally, in my view, justify a game like Candy Crush and mobile games that sit here and say that they're games when they're just nothing but slot machines. So I set aside mobile games for the most part. I'm categorizing this as real gaming. So let's loop back here, okay, to what Naughty Dog is releasing with this, and this one specific character that
doesn't appeal to everybody.
Does not appeal doesn't appeal to 90% of your audience.
Correct.
Okay.
And by giving the general masses characters that can appeal to everybody, and let me do this. Resident Evil Requiem. You've got,
I haven't played it yet,
Leon,
but I will.
Leon, who is that's
my guy,
the alpha male.
Yeah.
And then you have Grace, who is not a girl boss, but she can handle her own, and she grows. And everybody loves these characters because they are the characters that we want.
Yes.
So by giving us these characters, these power fantasies, if you will,
it's all in the
you're
writing.
Going to sell. You're going to sell.
How good is the writing?
Phenomenal.
Oh, fantastic!
10 out of 10. It's 10 out of 10. I beat it.
I haven't played the game. Dude. Here's the thing, and I've talked about this multiple times. Maybe D-Man, you weren't in the podcast either. Some of my favorite characters in gaming, Lara Croft.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Hold on. We love those pointy polygonal boobs when we were kids. You know it. Not gonna play.
Dude,
not gonna dance around.
I played.
That's why we played it, because
I almost 100%ed. I almost 100%ed all the recent 3 now Lara Croft games that they made. They were amazing. They were written well. She was believable. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully we're eating good this year for Tomb Raider. There's a remake of the original plus a new game coming next year.
I saw that. So. I saw that. Not only that, and this is me personally, this is my personal opinion. When I was like 12 years old and I first started playing Resident Evil, this was a survivor horror thing. Like I have survivor horror in my blood. That's me. It's my favorite genre. I love playing it. Jill Valentine is one of my favorite heroes of all time. So I don't need people to come attack me because I say that I'm not minimalizing or disregarding female heroes at all. Don't shove it down my throat. Don't make the character appeal to a small, minimal percentage of people.
It's all in the writing.
Yeah. You know, I don't.
If you take your character, let's say male, female, either, and then you just put them to, I guess you could say, to appeal to the general audience. Again, as I keep saying, right down the middle. Just the guys are going to buy games, and I'm going to keep going with this. Guys are going to buy games that have a pretty heroine in it. If she's beautiful, guys are going to go, okay, Stellar Blade. And you know what? Women are going to do it too. Women don't want to play as an ugly woman. They enjoy seeing that it's a woman's power fantasy.
Movies
too.
can be the same.
I will buy a game.
Video games.
I will buy a game. Like, let's look at The Witcher. Witcher 3. Awesome, amazing character, cool, calm, collected, and you build this masculine, awesome character. Yeah, you can't modify him aside from like your armor. And the armor is terrible in The Witcher, by the way, too. Like it's okay, we won't talk about that. But men, we want to be the hero.
Right. Well, that's in our genetic makeup. That's pre-installed into us. God put that into us at birth. That's who we are.
You think I want to look at you think I want to be a hero that like has a potato belly and okay, maybe some people might. Vast majority doesn't. We want to be strong heroes.
The only time you see something like that is when it's a comedy-based game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
just
when you're playing as Homer Simpson or something like that.
Yeah.
And look, we played the Simpsons the arcade game.
I said
Everybody wanted to be Homer because he
I-
was the strongest, but he had that pot belly, but he was bah, and he
I,
could
I
just-
said to Logan, I said to Logan playing RE9, just watching Leon. This man's like 50 years old, and I'm
Makes
over
me
here
wanna-
like he made me want to go to the gym. Just
Mhm.
I want to leave the game and just go work out. Like I want to be like Leon.
Yeah,
you know?
dude,
I want to be like Leon.
Listen,
Same
you
with
and me
anime.
both.
You know,
You
Goku
and me
and
both.
Vegeta are some of
I'm
my
gonna be
favorites.
like Leon. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to the gym. I'm gonna try to
Yeah,
curl.
Yeah, I wanna
100 pounds.
roundhouse people.
Want to have his arms?
Yes.
Arms like Leon.
Yes, and then take a chainsaw and go. Wah!
Yeah.
The thing is, games lately that have been getting pushed on social media are being pushed for small percentage of people who don't even play games.
And that's the thing. The people who are in charge don't play games because they're putting in
Mhm.
activists and whatnot there. But let's stop where we are, take a step back and look what's coming out. And
All right,
look
I leave that up to you. I'm
if-
done. I'm done. I'm going to say my piece here.
if
I'm leaving this up to you.
what's coming out is doing just that. Let's start here with Resident Evil.
Mhm.
This took the two characters that everybody loves these characters.
Mhm.
What game also did it not too long ago? Space Marine.
I haven't
Every
played
guy
Space
loves
Marine. I
Space Marine
got
too.
got really good reviews from
What else
I
are we
saw.
getting next? Gears of War E-Day. What is it going back to? Dom and Marcus.
Oh yeah,
That
dude.
brother
I just
connection.
got goosebumps when you
So
said
did
their
I.
names.
So did I.
I just
And
got
that's the thing
goosebumps.
is, these people are realizing, all right, this is what's making money. And if we're going to put a strong woman in it, we're going to make it so everybody enjoys and it's not something frumpy. Again, Stellar Blade. And look at the redesign for Laura Croft. She's
Yeah.
beautiful now.
Yeah, she looks good.
So they're
Like-
bringing back what basically video games were always this one thing, kind of like movies back in the day. It appealed to the mass audience, but also focused on what the general audience likes. We've talked about this, and you could pick a decade. It doesn't matter. Pick a decade, and everybody has said, you know what? I like going to a movie. Even as a guy, you don't want to see a fugly dude. You want to see that
Yeah, no,
awesome dude who looks
100%.
like, everybody looks
I
like
want to be
Chris
that
Pratt.
guy. I want to be that
Everybody
guy.
goes, I want to be Chris Pratt.
At least,
Or when we
yeah.
were kids, Hercules,
At
at
least-
least we all wanted to be him.
Yeah.
We all want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. We all want to be Sylvester
Yes,
Stallone.
yes.
Fat Thor is an exception
Jean-Claude
because the way they wrote it.
But that was an insult. They did that on purpose. They wrote him as an insult to the original character.
Okay.
So if you heard or watched any of the interviews, you would rethink that because it was an insult.
Okay.
That's why in the trailer where we say Thor will return, it's old school. Thor
Oh, yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Thor.
Dooms. Yeah, we're getting.
So people are
Doomsday's-
realizing,
we're
these
getting a good
companies
Thor.
are realizing, whether it's video games, comic books, movies, people don't want what we've had
Yeah.
for the last 15 years. And Sony's realizing this.
Let's
Xbox
just
is
consider
realizing this.
half this decade.
Paramount
it
is realizing this. Warner
didn't
Brothers
happen.
is realizing this. And things are changing. Marvel's realizing this. DC is realizing this. And it's coming back to a place where everybody can just be happy. And the loud minority that just complains about everything,
Yeah.
they can just stay on the internet while the rest of us will all go out to the movie theater. We'll all
Because
go out and
they're-
buy Resident Evil. We'll
they'll-
all go out and buy the new Captain America comic
They're
book.
They're
We'll all
not.
watch the new Superman. You know,
I don't mean to talk over you, but like this loud minority, they're not going out and buying the games. They're not going out and going to the movies on this.
wow. Dave went, stop talking about video
Oof.
games and talk about
Okay.
football.
All right. Give me 60 seconds here.
Bears in
Um,
Indiana.
So
All right, hold on. We're going to stop. We're done talking about video games. This is
Just give me-
now
we're doing
ready to
60
start football.
seconds of Amanda lives in Chicago about the Bears. It's
Side quest.
like vast majority of people out here, most if everybody is embarrassed for the fact that our political policies and everything that is happening here in Chicago cannot keep Chicago Bears here in Hammond. On the upside here, they're using
let me ask
Hammond
you,
as
hold on, before
leverage.
you go, is
Yeah.
it true that it's I've heard talk about it, but they didn't get too into it, that it's because there's no place to build the stadium, or is it because the place that they were going to build the stadium, the property tax is too high, they can't afford it?
So from what I understand, Chicago wants the Bears to finish paying for an X amount of money. The number is around $500 million. Also,
For Soldier Field or
yes,
a new field?
for Soldier Field.
Okay.
Chicago wants them to help pay for finish paying for the stadium. It's huge. And you have to understand too, McCormick Place, which is huge, is right next to it.
What is that for those of us who
So
don't live
McCormick Place is where, like, when you come to the Chicago Audio Show, or if you come into C2E2, McCormick Place is where you go. It's a very big venue.
Center.
It's a convention center.
Okay.
And not only that, in all fairness, Chicago should have a fucking roof on the stadium. It's literally next to the lake. It is freezing in the winter. It is
so you get lake effect snow.
Yes, it is so bad. And Chicago doesn't want to pay for that. They say you pay for that.
Wait, but the city doesn't want to pay for it. They're making the team owner.
They're making the institution and the NFL institution to pay for that. And I'm going to conclude you on this. However, the city of Chicago, and this is somebody who owns a home and everything, continues to raise my taxes. They continue to raise my taxes to pay for people that don't belong here. They're paying for their health insurance. They spent like $5.2 billion last year on things that are not helping the people here in Chicago versus what should,
that's all trickling down to the football.
And it slowly trickles down.
So it's more of a macro sense that
it's a huge macro sense. because they're taking they're like, Chicago is so corrupt that they take money and allocate it to themselves first.
So if they move, so Chicago, they're going to just take the Bears out of Chicago because of tax policy and all that other stuff.
Policies
to Indiana.
It's tax policies.
Are they still going to be Chicago and Indiana? Are they going to be the Indiana?
I believe
Bears?
so. I believe so, if that's the case. But you also have to realize how business works.
What are they saying locally? That's what I want to
know. So
about the Bears,
they're pushing to go to Hammond, Indiana.
Hammond is Indiana.
Which I'm going to tell you right now. I'm sorry if you live in Indiana. I work in Indiana like half the week. Indiana's terrible. If you live in Indiana, try to move out of there. What I will give you is the taxes and everything out there is great, because that state is garbage. It is a cesspool of trash. I do not like Hammond, Indiana. I do not like Indiana. Indiana is terrible and Michigan is terrible, and you could judge me on that, but I have experience.
Don't you live in Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
Just D-man, we'll talk later. I'll tell you where I go. D-man, I'll tell you where I go in Michigan, and you could probably agree with me later, but we'll talk about off air.
I'm in a nice area.
Yes, there are nice areas, but they're using this as leverage and as pull to say, hey, listen, and I will give Indiana so much credit for going, we'll give you whatever you want. And that's what's happening. So the Bears are using this as leverage to go, what do you offer us? Because we'll leave. And they will. And they absolutely will. And it is because of politics, state legislation, and all the corruption that's going on here.
Ooh,
because
you upsetted the chat. You upsetted the chat.
I live here, man. Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's very difficult. It makes it very hard to live. We are the highest that we pay in taxes. And I am a homeowner.
I heard something that it's higher, the cost of living or the taxes or something are higher in Chicago than they are in New York.
I think that's situational.
Okay.
New York is pretty egregious.
New York City. Let's say New York City, not New York City.
But it's rough, man.
See, I'm just glad we've got the Miami Dolphins, and we haven't won in ages, and they're not going anywhere. Otherwise, we have Tampa Bay, which won a little bit, and then we have Jacksonville, which somehow did very well, even though they're owned by Tony Khan, who owns AEW and who's destroying that company. But that's another story.
Well, I just want to conclude in my and we could stop talking about the Chicago Bears.
You're a Bears fan, though, right?
I was 5 years old and my father took me to Soldier Field to watch the Bears.
Bears.
The Bears.
Saturday Night Live.
I watched the Power Bears back in the Bears back in the late 80s. They're playing a chess game right now.
And you're a Cubbies fan too, right?
I'm more of a Sox fan.
Okay, I remember us having this conversation, and I couldn't remember if you said you were a Sox fan.
You know what? I turned more into a Sox fan when I saw how much of the Cubs fans were, and I was like, I don't want to be a part of this.
Oh,
and plus, I can go to the Cubs stadium over here, which right now would take me 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and I could go and barbecue in the parking lot and stuff like that. You can't do that by Wrigley. Wrigley is congested. They have a bunch of.
Did you know you can do that?
And they'll charge you $11 for a Bud Light. So, I love this city. I do, but the politics here are unbelievably terrible. There's nothing justified for what they're doing here, and it's bleeding me personally. I'm a single homeowner. I live alone. I pay my own mortgage, and out here, they continue to just bleed and bleed and bleed. And you guys are between our personal messages. You know how much I work.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult.
We actually did tell the audience that's why you haven't been here, because you work about 152 hours a day.
Yeah. It's very, I mean, look at me, dude. Like I'm exhausted, but I wanted to come.
And it is 11:30 our time. So it's 10:30.
It's 10:30 my time. Yeah.
So we do know that you have to be up pretty early. And Dave goes, Sox fan, get this guy out of here.
Okay, Dave, I love you.
Hey, Marlins
what makes you a Cubs fan?
Since 2003.
Hang on here. Give me an answer on what makes you such a Cubs fan, and I'm not going to judge you from that. Tell me what makes you such a Cubs fan.
Wait, what fan are you of, D-Man?
Oh, I don't watch sports. Fan of video games, bro.
You're dude. God bless you, dude.
Like at all? Ryan Sandberg.
I like to skateboard.
That's a name.
I like WWE. So
I say this as somebody who's hung out multiple times in Wrigleyville, who's been to Cubs games, and I love going to Cubs games.
Cubs try to kill Marlins players and Marlins fans because the whole Moises Alou thing, funny enough, he was a former Marlin. You guys remember that? Where the fan grabbed the ball and Moises Alou missed the catch, and because of that they lost and the Marlins won the series.
What I would like to do is transition this back to, we talked a little bit too much about sports and everything like that. I would like to transition this back onto what are we going to see in the future for Xbox. Listen, and I'm rooting for
funny.
I'm rooting for all gaming companies.
We said all that while you were setting up your settings. I'm like, I'm just trying to prolong this so when he gets here, we could talk about it some more. And then we just kind of went old school.
I know, but I just want to bring it back to like what I was saying, like with a lot of things that are happening now, dude, I'm installing TVs where I don't know if you guys know this, and I don't want to insult your intelligence, but like you can have an Xbox controller connected through Bluetooth on your TV and stream a game. And that's how they're pushing. That's how
Well,
they're
it depends
pushing
on
streaming.
the TV. And
It
I've
depends
learned that even if you have a Fire Stick, it's not compatible with all TVs because there are some older TVs that Fire Sticks still aren't compatible with.
Listen, at the end of the day,
But you're doing this for billionaires.
I truly feel
I'll have those TVs.
within a random number, within the next 10 years, our consoles that we buy are going to be the size of like when you buy an Apple TV. It's going to be a little puck. Okay. And there's going to be a service involved, and not a lot of people are ready for it right now. I get it. But the service is your console is going to be running off of servers.
It definitely would be
so
at least a
the
decade
reason
away.
why I'm going to say you're wrong there is because it is 2026, right? So the last set of consoles came out in 2020. It looks like we're not getting new consoles till maybe 2027, 2028. So 10 years from now would be 2036, which would still be Project Helix, PS6, Switch 3, or Nintendo Flippy.
Listen, I'm saying this as a hardware man.
Probably not going to happen.
I'm saying this as a hardware
15,
man.
20 years,
15 to 20, I could see.
but I don't see it going the way
infrastructure, etc.
I see it going the way of basically Xbox Series S style, or even the Steam machine, where everything, is a small box where everything will be digital. Hands down, it'll be digital. If it's not digital, it's going to be on micro formats like SD cards or something like this.
Thank you for bringing that up, because it's like, if you want to own your games, buy a card and just put the game on the card, and then you own it.
And that costs a fraction of the price,
because it costs so much less for the developers and the production of everything else. And that's all they want to do. They want to keep up. They want to be able to give us games, but they also want to make a profit off of it too.
But you also got to think of video games it's a medium that is focused towards multiple age ranges. So Nintendo, for example, focuses on the very young all the way up to every age in the key demographic.
Every age.
Where Xbox and PlayStation, not so much. So whoever's going to be the company, which will probably be Nintendo, having something solely digital for a child doesn't usually work, or has not worked up to this point in history. Will it in the future? It's going to require the parents to do more. So at that point, we don't know, because it might get to the point where, hey, you can just give your kid the Switch, no moving parts, everything will just look like the Switch Lite for that.
Parents just want to give the kids something and be done.
Yeah. Back in the day, it wasn't that way. They wanted something that was tangible, that wouldn't break. Look at the Nintendo 64. That thing you could destroy, throw down the stairs, take a hammer to it, plug your cartridge in, and it still works. I know, because we did it at GameStop when I worked there, and it still worked.
D-Man, did you want to say something, or?
I don't think so. Well, did you see what Dave put?
No.
No. You know, there's.
Wait, what time do you guys have to be up?
I got to be up at 7.
Wow, you guys got to be up like soon. I'm
going to be up at 6.
I just want to say, Dave, that actually right now I'm in charge of maintenance in a whole nursing home. So
that's not an easy job.
I'm not the director currently, because I'm waiting to see if they'll budge for the pay that I want. Eventually they'll have to, if they can't find somebody.
Wait. They put a 13-year-old in charge of electronics and toilets.
Don't
for old people.
Don't.
He's like,
Logan,
you know what?
don't.
You know what?
Logan, don't.
I don't care that you have to poop.
If there's an issue that I can't fix, I can call a contractor.
But here's the thing.
I don't need to.
Here's the thing. Now, since we're on the topic of it,
Of what?
I go into nursing homes and old folks homes often. Okay.
Whoa. What are you doing to old people that you're going to old folks' homes?
I'm installing TVs,
Oh, is that
audio
what they call it?
systems. Yeah.
Really? 'Cause
And
we install those ourselves for us.
I think, you know, it's extremely important for people to realize that we all get very, very old. And you know, none of us realize that we're going to have to
say? I'm the oldest one here.
You got to take care of yourself.
None of us
From working in a nursing home to say firsthand that it changed my perspective on life entirely. It absolutely did. And working out is a part of my life. It's a part of my schedule. No matter what happens in my life, I will figure out a way to work out, stay healthy, and be
not be in one of those homes.
Yes.
I have a video on TikTok, on my TikTok. Last I checked, it was like 165,000 views. And I haven't had a video to kind of get people together and have a conversation about these things. It's very related to Chicago. It's a big landmark of a building. It's called the Concord Place. Okay.
I'm sorry when you sent it, it was like the day after Highguard shut down, and I'm like, funny.
Welcome to Highguard.
That made me
but
laugh
it's an old
so
folks
hard.
home. But it's an old folks home, and just it takes me 20 seconds to say this. It's very important to realize that none of us want to be in that situation, but unfortunately, some people are. And it's important to realize and be sensitive and gentle to the people that are in that situation, because not everybody has the luxury, to get old. We do not all have the luxury to get old and be 80 and maybe live in a retirement home. And yes, maybe a retirement home is not the best place to live, but you're still living, and their family cannot take care of them, and they have to be there. So it's a different type of social.
You see a lot of different people.
You guys took this.
Because I'm in there. Like I'm in there all the time.
I hate to say this, but
deep.
we
talk about video games. Now we're existential here.
We have a few residents that are in their 40s. I hate to say that in a nursing home. There's a guy that's missing a leg, and he lives there, and he's in his 40s. And there's another guy that probably doesn't either. His family won't take care of him, or he's got some mental issues and stuff. And he's also, I think, in his 40s. And it's crazy to see just a couple people in that age range. I think this lady Terry is also, I think, in her 40s as well, but she's like a really, really heavy set woman, probably like 400 or 500 pounds or something. And it's she can't take care of herself, you know. She can't. No one could take care of her.
Nobody can take care. So there is.
Hold on. I want to say I understand completely. We actually were doing this thing where we would go from these retirement homes, or these homes, if you will, and we would put on shows and stuff like that. We were doing it as part of my church, and we just did this thing too, because a lot of these people are neglected.
Yes.
And they don't have anybody to come. They don't have these events or anything. So what we were doing, we were getting in there and we were putting on these shows and stuff and showing them a little bit of attention and stuff like that. So I've seen people anywhere from 40s all the way up to 90s.
I mean, these people can't, you know, listen, let's just pocket this and conclude it. We're very fortunate that we can get together.
It got deep, man. It got deep. It got deep.
We're fixing this right now.
Full circle.
Let's compartmentalize this. We're very privileged that we can do this right now when other people are not. And I think that until somebody experiences what it's like when people are neglected and people cannot take care of their family, then that might open up a different pathway and a different idea and a different perspective, and skew that from the cube of what your daily normal life is. Mm-hmm. So I just, at the end of the day, that's what's important. But we're here right now and we're talking about games. So future of Xbox, Logan.
Guys, no, you know I gotta get off and get ready for bed, man.
I'm gonna say
I want Logan to conclude this stream with the future of Xbox, because that's what we're talking about right now.
The future of Xbox might just be right. I have faith
It's
in Asha.
possible.
I have faith until she does something that is Sarah Bond-esque, where Sarah Bond is actually a Bond villain. Okay. I am going to say it's looking pretty bright. I'm hoping for the best.
Oh, you're
as someone who
optimistic.
used to be a big fan of Xbox back in the day. I'm actually
360 days prime.
I'm looking forward to what the future of all consoles are going to be. Nintendo stepped up the game to whole nother level. Sony's refocusing it back to what made them great.
Yep.
And I think Xbox went, you know what? It's time to recapture the magic of the 360.
Yeah,
But
I
let's
agree with
not
you.
forget what
I agree.
else we have to take leverage of because we are Microsoft.
D-Man, what you got?
I mean, I pretty much agree with it. I think
Yeah.
that PlayStation going back to exclusives is a smart idea. They experimented with PC. They made some profits, but I think that Xbox following suit as well. I think the exclusivity, the competition is what we want, and I think that it means better games. And I think that the early 2020s have been rough. I think the second half of the 2020s, I think some things are going to start looking a lot better when it comes to the game industry, when it comes to the movie industry. I think there's a lot of things that are going to be looking brighter in the future, where I think we're finally getting out of that 2020s era of just a lot of sloppiness, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not sure, some of it could have been due to 2020 and what happened and stuff, but it also was the fact that more bad things were coming out than good things, with weirdos and weird things and bad writing and this and that, and rushing things too, rushing projects, whether it's games or movies or shows, just rushing things out just to try and make some money is also just, you got to have passion, and without that passion you're not gonna get anywhere. And if they bring that passion really back, then I'm already extremely excited for the God of War trilogy remake. Keep it the way it was and it'll be awesome. The next God of War after that, you know, I'm looking forward to whatever they do there. I'm looking forward to playing Wolverine, you know, still
Wolverine
despite it, you know, people being worried, I'm still looking forward to it. And I'm excited for the future of where this all goes. I'm just curious where it all goes, to be honest.
Yeah, I am too. I think we're at a very big cusp.
Especially if you want to compete with Nintendo as well. I mean, because Nintendo's been destroying both of them.
Yep.
I think this is the time to start capitalizing. I think it's a good idea. Absolutely.
I love it. And I like, if I can put a final, put it back. Just put it back. This is all of
I'm
us.
just realizing I can do that.
This is just not me. Okay. I think, you know, at the end of the day, competition breeds creativity for everybody. I think they've realized that in the gaming industry, and they're starting to shrink everything down, making sure and you know, Xbox is going back to exclusives. Yeah, I think that's a positive benefit for the company. It's good for the company. Is it good for the consumer? We'll find out. I don't know. I
think Xbox bought all those companies out and didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, fair.
Because they had the wrong people in charge.
I just want us to have good games, good storytelling. And I think it's very, very, very important. And I've posted this on my social media, and I've said this multiple times. If you don't like a game, don't buy it. And if you want to sit there and complain about it on all your social media, shut up and just don't buy it. Put your money where your mouth is, support the games that deserve to get supported, and just live your life and have fun and play the games that you want to play. That's what's important. But I want to see. I
agree. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Just don't buy it.
and just shut
A
up
lot of
and don't
games I
say
didn't
anything
buy. I was
about
like,
it.
I'm not. I buy a lot of games, and I went, no.
The wars, the console wars, PC wars are always beneficial for the companies. They're beneficial for us as people who consume and buy these games.
And who talk about this stuff. Otherwise,
and
we
we'll
wouldn't
see.
have crap to talk about.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I conclude I'm anxious to see where this is going to go. I don't have a solid opinion. I expressed my opinion earlier on where all this might go, but I really want to see where everything kind of goes and transitions. I want to be ahead of the curve, but I can't guarantee you I'm going to be ahead of the curve. I just want some good games. And that's all anyone can do. Support games that you like, even if it's games that are out of the norm. Just if it's something that you like, and who cares? Just have fun. And
You love to see when a new big game comes out that everyone's been anticipating and it pays off.
And I love indie developers, man. Like REDE2START, I think it was.
I met a lot of indie devs.
I spent the whole $40 on it, man, because I know the devs that they did Limbo and they did like I was like, you know what? I don't think it's called REDE2START. It's called Reanimal. Amazing game. I'm gonna play it again. Phenomenal masterpiece.
That's
art.
the one that Dave was talking about earlier.
Reanimal. I got
than
just
Resident Evil.
It's so good. So if anyone's going to take anything out of what I'm going to say, just shut up and play some games and have fun and treat people well and be happy. And that's all that matters, man.
You don't like it, don't play it.
There you go. I'm done.
Speak with your wallet.
Yep.
Buy the games that you like. Support the developers that you like. Support the companies that you like. If you like Nintendo, buy Nintendo. If you don't like Nintendo, don't buy from Nintendo.
Don't buy Nintendo.
Same thing goes with Sony,
Xbox, Sony, PC, Steam exclusive, BS, all this. To just
as long as you don't say Nintendo, as long as you don't say Nintendo's for kids, because Resident Evil 9 on it, and that'd make no sense because now Nintendo's for everybody.
We can have I would love to have a stream where how ishy Nintendo is. They're a terrible company, but we could talk about that another time.
I disagree.
We could talk about it another time, but let's wrap this up.
I think Nintendo is pinnacle of Japanese business, and American companies can learn a thing or two from
it. It is. I don't disagree with you on that sentiment whatsoever. I totally agree with you 100%.
There are people that don't like Nintendo going after them because of copyright and stuff like that. Hey, that's your opinion. I don't care.
I opened up a can of worms here.
I understand Nintendo. Yeah, you did. I understand Nintendo is very protective of their licenses and their babies, and I get it. So you know what? If Xbox did the same thing, if Sony did the same thing, I would be like, okay.
Nintendo almost went bankrupt multiple times, and we can get into that another podcast. But I just want to end this podcast on play the games that you like.
This has been the longest podcast in almost a very long time.
Yeah,
I don't remember the last time we broke over 2 hours. And when Watcher's leaving, you know we've been here a while. So, with that being said, I think we've covered a lot today. We've covered Resident Evil Requiem. We've covered Xbox Project Helix. We've covered PlayStation going back to exclusives. We've covered Chicago Bears moving out of Chicago. We've covered
little side quests.
All kinds of we've covered.
We had to because
someone brought it up in the chat.
Yeah.
So, but it was great to have our chemistry back together, to have the team back together, to have the OG members along with D-Man. I think this was fun, and I'm looking forward to it again. Now, I can't promise you Nick will be here next week. He's going to be here whenever he can, and then eventually, once everything falls back into place, we'll be a family again.
Thanks for coming in, Nick.
Yeah, I apologize. I try to And I always get invited to this podcast every week. I just want everybody to know that. And it's I can't sometimes. And
just so everybody who's still watching, or the people later, whenever we're talking about, D-Man and I talk about our chat, this is the group chat. This is, and we're in it every day. We talk to each other every day. It's about video games or
something
stuff that shouldn't be spoken about on YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm very grateful for you, Logan.
It's called Sonic.
And yeah, for now, I actually like it, dude. And I'm very grateful. I'm always invited on this podcast every time. I get an invite every time, and it's not me, or it's not you, it's me. So I'm just happy that we can get together and kind of just talk about some games. And I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everyone watching. This is really great. I really needed this tonight. So thank you. Thank you for everybody.
Thank you for joining.
Please, be good to me. Please, keep on. Daddle.
That's what everybody thought about you. They were so happy you were here.
I think everybody left. It's so late.
Hey, Logan.
People that we're never going this late. So
we never do.
And now we've actually realized that if we stream past 11:30, people go to bed.
Yeah.
Are you still using?
Go to bed.
I gotta go to bed, bro.
Logan, are you still using my song I made you? Or did you change it?
I was using a different theme song, but I use yours for something else. So,
he has. Have you not seen this one, Nick?
You've seen
He
the
hasn't?
one with the lyrics.
No, I haven't seen the new one.
So my wife wrote the lyrics, and I was the one who edited the video. She used some kind of program to turn it into a song. I don't know how she did it, but she was sitting there. She wrote, all right, she's talking to me. I don't know what she's doing.
Is it in the outro? Can I at least see? I gotta see it, dude. I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
The thing is, when you left, I felt like it was unfair to still use everything that you created.
Oh, it's okay.
Remember when I asked you to make a new one?
I did. I made the new one for you.
No, I'm talking about another one.
No.
About it. Okay, see, I did, and you're like, okay, I'll make it for you. It was when you were going through that phase of making all those awesome songs, and I'm like, wow, those are so much better. I love that stuff. And you're like, okay, I'll make something really cool. And then you never did, and I was like, I felt sad, but I didn't want to crush you.
Then I'm going to steal your theme song for maybe a part of my.
If I use it for stuff. It's like, whoa, don't take that away. I still got that.
Dude, that's an awesome. I love that song.
I think I still have that one here. Is that that's because I have it all up here. Let me see. Which one is it? I think it's this one. See, I still have that. Dude,
that's a jam, dude. That's a jam, man.
The thing is, I was asking you to make something with lyrics because you made that thing with the lyrics. So my wife wrote it all up. She asked me all these things, did some writing, and oh my God.
Dude, I love it. Hey, you know what?
But you created that thing.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. That thing is a
freaking
freaking jam, dog. That's a jam.
He created the logo.
Well, we created it together. We were online and we figured it out together, and you and I did it together.
You made it right. Look at the weird one that I had. I think I had this one.
No, dog. No, dog.
Come on, where? Okay. See, yeah, that was.
Yeah, it's just a jam, dude. It's a jam.
The thing is, it's so good. I use it for other things.
Okay, good.
But-
As long as you're using it, that's fine.
Yes, because
Yeah, I
I
think
use
it's time.
it for other
I don't
things.
care. I don't
Okay,
care. If you want to do
okay.
something new, I don't care. I'm
like,
not going to get my heart broken.
almost midnight.
Everybody
It's
abandoned us because nobody cares
Yeah.
anymore.
It's
and
almost
it's
midnight. We
almost
gotta go.
midnight.
We got
So I'm going to hit the end stream. I'm just going to
Get
say
ready, Nick.
thank you guys for watching. If you haven't
Yeah,
already, hit the
really.
subscribe button. Remember, 1,500 away from 20,000 subscribers.
Wow,
Yeah.
20,000.
20,000. Bacardi and Cola, do it. And I think that one of the last few times Nick was here was when we hit 10,000. So thank you all. Hopefully you enjoyed this 2.5 hour stream.
Nice.
God bless each and every one of you. Like I always say, be legendary. Thanks again.
From pixelated past to next gen dreams, Logan's team got the scoop on games.